What it do, what it is, what it ain't. Thanks for listening to the latest episode of the Get Right Podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify to get notifications of new content. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you dig? Cue the music. Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T, man. It's the Get Right Podcast, man. I got the homies with me as always. Mr. Misconception DC, what's good with you, bro?
It's your boy DC in the place to be. You know what it is, man. About to get it in for this season finale.
Yes, sir. The finale. We are here wrapping up season 2. The Brain Trust. Rod, Detroit stand up. 3 words with you, man. What's good?
What up, though? Welcome back.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate that, man.
5 words.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's good to be back. I enjoyed listening to y'all, man, while I was away on a long road trip home. I appreciate the love. I appreciate y'all, man. I missed y'all. I can tell DC you need a little bit of help with that sports. You were struggling with them coaches.
I'm a music guy, man. I'm a music man.
My wife and I could not help, but we laughed at least, and I'm not trying to be funny or exaggerate, at least a good 20 minutes about masturbation generation. Best words ever for 2022. There's a lot of truth to that, man. Yeah, man, y'all talked about the coaches. Y'all forgot Steve Kerr. Y'all forgot Steve Kerr being a bench guy, or coming off the bench, but never was a starter, not a superstar. I was like, how y'all forget that dude? That dude got a lot of chips.
Yeah,
and Lenny Wilkins as well, man. I was like, man, y'all needed the help. And yeah, I'm glad you talked about Any Given Sunday as that tagline, because it's the best football movie ever, man. While I was away, man, definitely just took the time to reflect, man. My grandfather, pretty much the OG, El Capitan of our family, passed on. Definitely in a better place. It hurt like shit. It still does. But definitely hearing y'all on the podcast, the text messages from a lot of people checking in, man, it was definitely great. Y'all not finna have me runny nose crying on air, but I love y'all to death, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And for anybody who's going through it, man, keep your head up and think about the good memories, the greatest memories. My granddad used to say some of the most craziest things that was true. He had a dark humor to him at times. And so for me, one of the things that I laugh about, and just to keep the good memory, a dark joke, but it was real talk. And that's how my granddad was. 2 things my granddad I stick with was, 1, he always said, don't take any wooden nickels. And people was like, what the hell is that? Definitely old Alabama, deep South country saying, but don't take no wooden nickels. You can Google it. And it's to sum it up, just don't take no bullshit from what people say. Take it for face value, but do your homework. Don't believe everything you hear. And I carry that with me. And the craziest joke he told me before, it's probably like 15 years ago, but I still laugh at it to this day. And even at the funeral, I thought about it because that was just how he was in his faith. And we were riding one day, I don't know where. I was driving him somewhere. We had a red light. It's a whole bunch of cars passing by, making a left turn, passing us. So it's an old school like Cadillac. Clean though, but it's a hearse. Super clean though, all white, everything. And he's like, man, he's like, hey boy, I got a secret to tell you. You might already know. And he was like, he was like, what you think about that Cadillac? I'm like, it's just a hearse, granddad. But he was like, it's clean though. And he was like, at the end of the day, at these hearses, I'm gonna tell you this secret, but we all gonna be dying to get in one of those. And I couldn't stop laughing. This is like 15 years ago.
Pun intended.
Pun intended, bro. Like we all gonna be dying to get in one of those. And that was kind of humor he always had with things because it's real talk. It never what it was. And one thing he always told me too, and I'm pretty sure we heard it from a lot of our OGs. A hearse, a U-Haul never follows a hearse. So live your best life. Don't be selfish. Give when you can give, because you can't take none of this with you. So those are things that keep my head up that I always think about because he always used to tell me that. And Rod, it's funny. I heard you say something about Dr. Umar. And even I ain't gonna lie, my wife saw me kind of just sink into my seat. Not that I was sad because it was something my granddad always said. And I laughed, but it just made me think about him when you said a clock, a broken clock, right? Twice a day. Man, my granddad used to say that about me, my brother, anytime we disagreed or something. And he'd be like, look, you're wrong, man. But you know what? Clock is right twice a day. A broken clock is right twice a day. And it's true. Sometimes you gotta just take that time and just live on that, man. But I'm here. I'm back. It's good. As we talk about, losing loved ones, man, we talk about Twitch boss. That guy who worked for Ellen, did a lot of dancing, choreography. Recently, lost his life. Where it was reported he took his life, and that was sad. With the holidays and going up, man. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel there's a lot of gray areas still. With that, I feel sad for his family, but I feel there's just a lot of gray areas, a lot of missing pieces to Twitch losing his life. And I don't want to tarnish it or say anything negative. I just feel like there's just missing pieces to this puzzle.
What you mean by that? What you mean missing pieces?
He just leaves his house at night. Like he's dancing with his family. And then he leaves his house the next day, catches a ride share to a motel a mile away. And then they just find his body, self-inflicted. I don't know, man. I don't know. Something just pulling on me about that. Especially one, if you're, going through some things, man, speak out. But what clicked? What switch turned on from you smiling and enjoying a dance TikTok video with your family to going like that?
Maybe you put on the show. Maybe TikTok wasn't real.
It's never real. Like
it's never real. Yeah.
When you think about any male, black male at that, we are really good at internalizing everything. At least I am. Like you would never know that I'm having a terrible day. Never know, right? I'm still gonna be me. You still gonna see the same type of laughter out of me, the same type of humor, the same type of whatever. You will never see it, and that's how I've always been. So like, it's not uncommon for somebody to be going through something internally, and you have no idea, right? I think most people that deal with depression and suicidal thoughts internalize a lot of it, and you may not be able to tell. So that's why it's always good to have open dialogue, man, and try to at least find some sort of peace, right? That's such a hard thing to do. You can be happy and still not be peaceful. You know what I mean? Like peace is an underrated joy that we take for granted. Like when you have it, and rest in peace to the God, man. It's sad because we the same age. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
You got kids, three of the youngins. Did you have to go out like that? You know what I mean? But I don't know what his situation was and how much he's dealt with up until that point without letting it out. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying therapy is the answer. I'm not saying talking about all your issues are the answer. But there's always a need for an outlet. And whatever that outlet is for you, man, take advantage of it, because there's always ways out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's always ways out, man. And honestly, bro, I don't know. I feel a little bit different. Definitely, rest in peace to that man and whatnot. If he committed suicide, you never know what he was going through. But to Rod's point, as a man, we do internalize a lot of things, and I think as a man, we are protectors, we are providers. And honestly, I kind of look at it as somewhat of a selfish decision. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got
Mm-hmm.
kids and you got family, you got wife
Mm-hmm.
behind. I mean, I don't know what he's going through, or didn't know what he went through. I can't speculate, but I do know that regardless of what he was going through, the kids were still there. Regardless of what he was going through, his wife was there. Regardless of what he's going through, I don't know about his parents or what have you, but at the very least, he had his immediate family that he swore an oath to, and he broke that oath, man. And this might not be the popular part of it, but it is what it is, man. I don't like. I just don't like that. I wish he did, talk to somebody or do something. Just think outside of himself. If he committed suicide, so definitely prayers up to his family, though.
Yeah, definitely. Prayers, condolences, and all that. Um, yeah, man. Anybody who listening to this, find your outlet to what Rod said, man. Find your
And don't be
immediate
selfish.
support.
To what DC said, don't be
Yeah,
selfish.
man.
Shoot, look
Everybody
at your
feels some
family.
kind of way.
Your family needs you. Like at the end of the day, regardless of what you're going through, your family still needs you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Somebody, there.
Yeah,
It's a
and
soul song, but somebody loves you.
for sure.
Somebody
And
does,
Somebody
man.
needs you.
Yep.
I'm gonna say this, and I know people. It's probably a unpopular opinion because people don't really believe in spirituality and stuff, or they'll believe in God and don't believe in Satan. Right? Good and evil exists. So
Yes.
Yeah.
whether you call good God and evil Satan, regardless what you call it, if you're an atheist, if you an Israelite, if you whatever you call it, good and evil is real, and evil can seep in and make you do things that you never thought you would do, right? And it may be a selfish move. There's also the mind is can be weak, you know what I mean? And you may not be in your right mind and fully cognizant of the actions that you're taking because it's possessed by evil. You know what I mean? So yeah, it is a selfish move. I agree with you on that. And there's also a element of it too that he may not been in control. And that's a whole nother story that we don't have time for today, but that's real.
That is real, man. I do believe in
Hmm.
that. You know what I'm saying? I believe in that wholeheartedly, bro. Good and evil.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I'll leave it
Yeah.
at that.
I wanna I wanna segue because you said something off that line, man. That nothing's always in control, and I want to go to a lighter subject, little heavy, but lighter. Again, prayers to everyone affected by this. No one's not in control. We don't know what's deeper. I want to say DC. You're right, and what I mean by that, we don't know the whole story. When I'm talking about Megan the Stallion right now, and you stood on that we don't know the whole story, so let's not bury somebody and cancel somebody until we hear the whole story. There's a parts that are coming out now. You were one of the few that was like, nah, I ain't finna cancel nobody until I hear both sides.
Hmm.
You put that out there on wax. I don't know how many times. Now we
Yeah.
see that there's another young lady involved who could be involved. That was a former assistant to Megan Thee Stallion. Gunpowder residue was found on her. She now has an immunity deal, which is a red flag.
Yep.
There's more to it. What you said. All this, hey man, there's more to it, bro. It's gonna come out. I'm gonna give the mic to you, bro, and you can tell us you told us so.
I mean, shout out to Meg Smollett, bro. You know,
Hey, I saw that meme too. I think 50 posted it.
yeah, I seen it circulating, and it sucks, bro. But I mean, that's just what it is, man. People lie and whatnot, and but the thing about Meg, bro, is she has a pretty long history of lying. Like if you really kind of follow her career, she been lying on her old label, 1501. I think she has some kind of civil suit going on where she sued them for not letting her out of the contract or something like that. And Jay Prince was involved, and this, that, and the third. I've been following that because I'm a big fan of Jay Prince. I follow Jay Prince pretty closely. He wrote a book some time ago, which I thought was incredibly inspirational. It's called The Art and Science of Respect. He was selling it, and it's actually he put it on YouTube too for free. The audio book.
Mm-hmm.
He put it out there for the free, and I read / listened to that thing, and it was great. But anyway, as far as Meg goes, man, yeah, I mean, to me, when you lie about little things, it has to call into question about what wouldn't you lie about. You know what I mean? Like, why did you go on a whole press run to say that you didn't sleep with Tory Lanez when you really did? Now, granted, just because she lied about that does not mean that she lied about getting shot. But it's kind of strange, isn't it? Like you called Gayle King. Well, I think it was Gayle King, and did a whole special to talk about this and volunteer the lie. Like nobody even pressed you over it. That's the thing. Nobody, because sometimes we in situations and you remember you get you feel like your back is in the wall, back is against the wall, and you might tell a lie or whatever
Gotta
to
make
get
a
out of
PR run.
yeah, you might tell a lie to get out of an uncomfortable situation if you're in the heat of the moment. But a PR run is a calculated effort. Like you do a PR run when you drop an album. Okay, I'm gonna hit Breakfast Club, then I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like you set up cameras. Like that is a pre-planned, premeditated thing. So why to do all that just to say something that well, I don't know what she knew, but you like the truth is it'll come out. Like so when you volunteer lies like that, and then the friend and all the other rumors that be coming out, man, it just calls a lot of things into questions. And again, I don't know, maybe Tory did it. I personally don't think he did it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of my thought process. There's just a lot of red flags there with that whole story. And I just hate to see another black man get what's the word, man? Dumped on. I can't think of a more eloquent word than that.
Ostracized.
Ostracized. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Just see another black
Mm-hmm.
man get ostracized, bro. And one thing I've also noticed, and like just looking at social media and whatnot, are the excuses, bro. When Jesse Smollett lied, that man got flamed, rightfully so, rightfully so. But nobody was like, well, yeah, maybe he was going through a lot. Or no, bro. It was meme after meme. It was jokes. He caught all that work. And now we got Meg who got caught up in lies. And bruh, how many people are coming with their capes on to save this woman? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, just because she lied, that's none of y'all business anyway. But she volunteered the lie. She made it our business. And oh, by the way, if you a celebrity, this is kind of the life you signed up for. You can be a celebrity and be a private person, Adele.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can be a private person, LMA. Like, there's even Michael Jordan. Like, you can be a celebrity and not be out there. But people like Meg Thee Stallion, and there's nothing wrong with being out there, but that's part of her persona. She puts her life on blast.
Jay-Z pretty private himself too.
Exactly.
Really
Beyonce, you don't know nothing about what they going on unless they put it out. You know what I'm saying? I think the party with them, you got to sign an NDA just to hang out with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like with Meg, like to volunteer to lie, and I'm more so disappointed in the reaction of all these people coming to try to like come to her defense about all these lies that she's telling. But yet, when the shoe's on the other foot, Jesse Smollett, who again deserved all the smoke he got the smoke. But when it's somebody else, they need to get that smoke too. We got to have dual accountability, So I don't know. Shout out to them in that situation though.
Yeah, so it's crazy. So and I had hung out with him last night, and I was like, the red flag with Kelsey Harris, who's the young lady who testified, that was former best friends and assistant to Meg, has an immunity deal now. And she said she cannot remember or can't recall Tory pulling a gun,
right,
and shooting her, which is weird because in September she did have a statement that was different, but then also said Meg needs to just stand up and tell the truth. That's what she testified, but didn't say tell the truth about what. So this is another head scratcher. So Tory did have gunpowder residue on his clothing, but so did she. So they were sitting. I was telling Rod, that means they're sitting right next to each other, and there's a gun in between both of them.
But the gun didn't have not well. His DNA wasn't found on it. It was inconclusive. The actual firearm.
Inconclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was somebody else's DNA on it that they didn't disclose who. So
Not yet.
Aha.
Right. Yeah. Coming to America. That's the part that I'm a little weirded out about, the red flags, where it's like, okay, this is what it is. And the defense Tory's lawyers are putting it on like, well, one, we know he hit both of them too. Old girl and Meg.
Oh yeah,
So is this how it started? This is the jealous rage or whatever the case may be. And the Ben Simmons thing, his name came up. It was because of Kelsey again. And she was saying, like, Meg happened to mess around with people that she got involved with.
yeah.
Yes, man. It's
a lot of mess.
It's teenage drama, though. That's what it sounds like.
Very much so.
Like, I'm gonna put it on record that I stood behind DC on saying, "Wait till the facts come out." Just put that on record. But yeah, man. I mean, you can tell a lot. I'm good at reading people, and Tory never seemed really shook about it. You know what I mean? Like either he's just like that, or he's an innocent dude. Like yo, I ain't do nothing, because he was pretty adamant and confident. People plead guilty all the time or not guilty and try to prove their innocence all the time, but some people are believable and some people are not. And he always seemed like it was like, yeah, there's more to this story, and let's see how this one play out. You know what I mean? And it's playing out very, very much like I would probably anticipate, because there's really no true answers that he did it. You know what I mean? And really, in the court of law, all you have to do is have just holes in your story. If you have a group of 12, I just got to prove them that there's not a reasonable doubt that you did it for sure. So
yep,
likely he's going to get off regardless, because her, like both of you said, her story has changed. She has, and you know what? One thing that irks me about her in general, and I'm not trying to personally attack her, but she put it out there for the world to hear by saying, I'm embarrassed and my boyfriend is embarrassed by all these stories and things that are coming about me and my sexual activity. My G, this is your music. This is what this is everything you sing about, though. You should be standing on it like, see, I told y'all. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hot girl summer. Come on.
Yeah.
Man.
Like, yeah, that's what I do. I body dudes. You know what I mean? Like that's what your whole persona has been on since you came out. And now that it's coming out to be true, I wish he would have killed me. Like, what? Because now I'm embarrassed and I'm supposed to be standing up for women. Like, no, you got a song called WAP or WAP or however you want to pronounce it. But your whole song is like an anthem for how wet you are. So apparently the baby, Ben Simmons, Tory Lanez, obviously Partisan Fontaine, and whoever else that ran through you in the industry didn't got a piece of that.
Moneybag Yo.
Moneybag Yo, you know what I mean? And like, if that's gonna be you, just be you. You know what I mean? Just stand on it. Like, don't try to flip the script because it comes out that it's true what you singing about. That's supposed to help you sell more, right? You know what I mean? Like,
and shout out Moneybag too. And I told you, Rod, you can tell DC Moneybag is cut from the Yo Gotti cloth, because he was on Ebro, and Ebro asked him about it, and he said, "Put it like this, bro. It was two strong personalities that collided, just didn't work." Ebro, just like anybody, we're gonna ask more questions just to see what's the next answer. So they're like, tell us more, like, how did it go about? How did how was she? This and this. And he was like, look, put it like this. What you see on camera and all this other stuff, that's what you see on camera. What you see behind closed doors is what you see behind closed doors. And he left it straight like that.
Yeah, bro.
That is an OG answer, and you can take that for what it is. And I was like, that's a Yo Gotti. See, I'll cut from the same cloth, bro. That's real G. I ain't gotta talk about it. You interpret what you need to interpret from that.
Yeah, man. It's just the mental gymnastics, bro. It's just crazy to
Mm-hmm.
me. I was on Facebook debating with somebody about this, and basically the person was justifying Meg lying, because Meg gave a false statement to the police as well that night.
Yep.
She said she stepped on some glass or something like that.
Yep.
And she came out and said, "Oh, I did that because I was afraid of the police and I didn't want them to shoot anybody." Okay, let me tell y'all something about these celebrities. All these celebrities are with the police. The police protect the celebrities when they go and do shows and they're doing walkthroughs and they're doing venues and appearances. The police are always there. You know what I'm saying? Dude, just don't get it, especially when you're on Meg The Stallion's level. I'm pretty sure Meg The Stallion don't do clubs no more. I mean, well before this incident, she probably stuck because once you get to a certain level, you don't even do clubs. You only do
Mm-hmm.
Venues,
venues, stadiums, things,
arenas.
right? And when you're doing stuff like that, the police everywhere. Like, so you can't sit here and say like you don't deal with the police. You do deal with the police. But let's just say, okay, you understand there's a dichotomy or kind of a us versus them when it comes to the black culture and the police. Cool. Well, why did you start cooperating after the fact? You know what I'm saying? Like if you gonna
Mm-hmm.
be, hey, I don't rock with the police, then just don't rock with them. You didn't have to give a statement. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? You could have been like, I got shot. I don't know who did it. I don't know. I can't think of nobody. I can't be a witness. But you didn't do that. You recanted your statement, and then you want to work with the police, and then you want to go on a press. No, bro, I'm not with that. I am not with that at all, bro. That shit is toxic. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That, and the thing is, I actually like Meg Thee Stallion's music, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not sitting here and say I'm just like twerking in the bedroom, but her music got a
Well,
bop
yeah.
to it. You know what I mean? So like, I actually listen
We
to her
already
stuff.
established that that's what you're doing, bro.
Right. I be trying to
Body
have
yada
love for
yada yada
everybody.
yada yada yada.
Whipping your hair back and forth.
Man, bro, look, I can't do it, man. It's the accountability for me. That's my thing. It's just the accountability. I just it's got to go both ways. But speaking of court and whatnot, look at Gunna. What y'all think about Gunna, man? I say that man's a straight snitch. You know what I'm saying? This man out here ratting his homeboys.
Before we go there, let's let the
Uh,
whole story play out.
he a snitch. The story is out,
Cause
bro.
when it comes out, bro, he gonna
He
have
on
to.
camera. He on camera saying, "Yeah, YSL's a gang. Yeah, I got caught in a car with guns and drugs, but they weren't my guns and drugs. And there's only one other person in the car, bro. That ain't a snitch. It's like saying
Oh,
I ain't gonna point no
I didn't see that.
elbows, but
I ain't see that video. So
yeah, the
maybe
video's
I.
out, bro. Like the
Oh,
video, it was a video of him in court giving his plea deal. You know what I'm saying? And in the plea deal, he said, yeah, YSL is a street gang. Yeah, there's members of YSL that do criminal activities. Yeah, I got pulled over in a car with guns and some, I think like methamphetamine. I think they said they said Young Thug's government name, something Williams. And he said, yep, all that's true. And now he didn't say it was Young Thug's guns. He just
Mm-mm.
said I was in the car with
Mm-hmm.
Young Thugs and there was guns in the car, but the guns didn't belong to me. Now I don't know. Maybe there was more than one person or more than two people in the car. I don't know.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but to me, that's a snitch, bro.
No, I can't say he a snitch, man. I need to know the full story because, like, in that life too, you got soldiers. So maybe a soldier ate it, like, yo, that's mine. You know what I mean? Gunna, you the cash cow, you getting money. You go out there and take that plea. You know what I mean? Like, everything is not always as it seems when you're dealing with that life, especially when you're talking about individuals that's making money. So if you got soldiers on your team that's gonna take it, they take it for everybody. You know what I mean? Like that's my bid to do. Gunna, you go out here, you say this. Thug, you say this. Y'all go handle the bag. Just take care of my fam while I'm in here, and we good. You know what I mean? So unless I hear him specifically, like Takashi was snitching, you know what I mean?
yeah, it was.
And he say he was snitching, you know what I mean? I don't know if this was snitching based off of the clip that I saw. He just answered questions that in a yes or no fashion, you know what I mean? But I don't know. There's like I don't know if there's levels to snitching or not or what you consider it, but I don't know about this one. I need to know more to determine if he's snitching or not.
that's where I'm at. I just want to see it play out. I just want
So
to hear
we
it
get
play out all the way out.
T catches me and Rod with some dirt on us, and then he puts us in different rooms, and it's only us that got the dirt. And I tell T, look, bro, I know that there was some stuff in there. I acknowledge it was in there. There's only two of us, but it wasn't mine. Come on, dog.
Is that what he said though? I mean, was it just two of
Yes.
them?
Well, that's what the question was, because the question said you got pulled over in such and such car with such and such person. She didn't say people. She didn't say co-defendants. She named one specific person.
So
Jeffrey
what if
Lamar Williams.
so what if that one specific person said it wasn't his either?
Well, the thought process is, I don't think that they gonna close a whole case off of Gunna. Just to be clear, you know what I'm saying? I don't think they like, oh, Gunna flip, so now the whole case is gonna win. No, I mean they got 28 codees, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think Gunna is just gonna be part of it. They like, look, they gonna tell the jury, look, they got caught in this car on such and such time. Gunna already promised that it wasn't his. Not only that, we got cell phone records. Not only that, we got this. Not only that, we got that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see it being like, I'm not sitting going to say that this whole thing rests on Gunna's testimony. That would be, that would be disingenuous.
Yeah,
But
because he's not going to testify, right? Based off of what I was
Correct.
reading, there's nothing that's going to call him
Correct.
to the stand and testify against anyone.
right now, here's my only thing, and I don't know, I'm not a legal expert, but can the prosecution use his plea deal as evidence against Thug? My first thought is yes, but again, I don't know.
I don't think so, because the plea was just, from what I heard, was just him saying, yo, I acknowledge that this is a gang. You can't go to jail for it being a gang. I acknowledge that there were drugs and firearms in the vehicle. Yeah, that you can do a little bit of time for that, depending on how much. But I acknowledge that.
Yeah, they give him time served.
Because I mean, what is he going to do if they found it in there? He can't not acknowledge it. I acknowledge that was in there, but I'm not saying it's mine. I'm not saying it's his either. I'm just saying it was in the car. So whose is it? I don't know.
But there's another question you left out that he answered, and she said, "Do you acknowledge that there was members of YSL that committed crimes to further the gang?" And he said yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I mean, a big part of the question too.
Yeah,
And
but
that
then
was
when
the
they say
domino.
what crimes are committed, I don't know.
Well, we don't know, and I think that's where the whole trial will come into play.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Walter Murphy thing, because he's the co-founder. He got a plea deal as well. That's gonna be the domino.
Yeah, and another thing to consider, bro, is like all these cats at a YSL do not have money. And one thing I do know about law is while Thug could and probably is or may be putting up money for everybody's attorney, they all can't have the same attorney. You know what I'm saying? So like if Young Thug got the Saul Goodman, Better Call Saul of lawyers, Saul cannot represent the other codees. It'll be a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to look at Thug's paying his lawyer, and if he's a real one, quote unquote, he's paying for everybody else's lawyer, but they're not gonna get the Saul Goodman kind of lawyer. They're gonna get, I don't know, somebody that's on the lower level.
They're gonna get me. Good
Bro,
luck.
ain't gonna crack. I just think
Get my cousin Vinny.
Shout out, Joe
speaking of Vinny, I just saw that movie for the first time this year.
Are you serious?
Word.
Yeah, I've always known about the movie. I've known what it was about.
It's classic.
But actually sitting down and watching it, I didn't watch it and I didn't even know what it was, because Ryan and I was watching it. And
yeah, bro, he went down south.
Yeah, this movie kind of good. What is this? She's like, this is my cousin Vinny. I was like, this is it? I was like, I didn't even realize that. But yeah, it was pretty good. I just saw it.
He was nice with it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's put him on. That put him in stardom for sure, man. Well, speaking of music,
that came out. So wait, real quick. That came out before Goodfellas?
No, that was after all that. No, that was after Goodfellas.
Was it before or after? It was after?
Yeah, that was for sure after.
I don't know.
Yeah, Joe Pesci was established by that point.
Went to the Google. We can move on. But
bro. It was 92, bro. 92 was my cousin Vinny, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But Goodfellas 1990.
Oh yeah, so was.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Goodfellas being that old, man. Thank you, Martin Scorsese. Speaking of entertainment and music, though, we'll see how this play out, man. With YSL, we'll definitely see. DC has been on your brain. You've been hounding us because I guess you still might be caught in the moment with King disease. But I'm gonna throw it to Rod as well. Top 5 albums of the year. How you feel about it? What made you feel good? What made you feel great that you can even run it back? Because that's what the top 5 album is. You probably ran it back once, twice, 3 times to be your top 5 of this year. I'm gonna go to you first, Rod. If you ain't got 5, that's okay. But DC's just been on this binge of 5 albums of the year.
Yeah.
It's
But
that
Rod,
time of the year. It's
is
that
that
time
it
of the
is
year. We
time
got
of
to
the year?
do it.
Happy
Yeah, we
holidays.
got to do it.
So Rod, man, what you got?
Nah, I don't have 5, but I got
That's okay.
I got 3 that I probably gave the most rotation to, and that's that obviously that which
I knew you
Yes,
was gonna take that.
sir.
that takes number 1 for me. It's probably gonna take number 1 for DC too, because it got the most rotation in his Apple Music, even though he try to, but
We
that got
got
the most
receipts.
rotation
We
for
got
me.
receipts.
Man,
We got
God,
receipts.
Man.
dog.
We got receipts.
You know, man. We know it ain't future because that wasn't in the top, but you know, that K Dot for sure is one of the joints for me. King KD3, you know, that rabbit, man, the big rabbit. Gibbs,
Yes.
Gangsta Gibbs, bro.
Yes.
That's on my. I
Yes.
gave that a lot of play. I still give it a lot of play. That's my 3, man. I don't really have 2 more that I think would be up there with those 3, in my opinion. Like those was probably my most played albums.
So KD3, Freddie, Gangsta Gibbs,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
Mr.
K
Morale,
Dot.
the big steppers.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all day.
And that's number 1, by the way, that Mr. Morale, because it was just
Okay.
the anticipation for me was crazy, and it lived up to what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, for me, because DC gonna have a soapbox moment, so I'm gonna go ahead and go get this out of the way. KD3 for sure. Gangsta Gibbs. That's what I was saying. Yeah, because I was running that back. K Dot for sure. A personal opinion could be a biased pick. Digital Roses Don't Die. Big Crit. He started the top of the year for me.
That was this year. That wasn't last year.
Yes, sir. That was February 18th.
Huh.
And yo, that's Simba for me, bro.
Mm,
That's Simba for me, bro.
that's
Made
surprising.
my top 5, bro. That's Simba for me, bro. Like I
You still
ran that
listening
back a
to it?
few times. Yeah, I ran that back a few times. He was spitting, bro. I love that shit puts you in a good headspace, bro. And he be spitting. And it puts you in a great headspace for me. Honorable mention because I got 2 stars by it. Because I had wrote this down when you text us, DC. Yo, that scissor is fire.
Yeah.
Y'all talked about it last episode, and I actually listened to it driving. You know, it's an 11-hour drive from Michigan to South Carolina. Yo, that scissor fire.
Yeah, it is.
That scissor is fire, bro. I ran it back. We heard it once and then ran it back once. So, no, that scissor fire. Honorable mention though. Didn't make the top 5, but definitely, yeah, she was cooking, bro.
I think that scissor dropped too late. I think if it would have dropped earlier this year and we had time to really live with it, then it might have been up because when it just came out like a couple weeks ago, something like
Yeah,
that.
yep.
And every album that's been named so far has been out for months. You
Yep.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I think KD3 is the newest that's on everybody's top 5. But even that, I think came out maybe November, maybe beginning November, something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's me, man. So I got Freddie, Nas, Simba, Kendrick, Crit.
Man, yeah, I'm surprised by Simba and Crit actually. I forgot about Crit to be honest. See what's crazy? I did like that Crit album, but I never really went back to it.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it was cool. It was cool. But I think also, man,
That was
timing is
growth.
everything.
Try me, yeah, but that was a growth album for me. So I run it back. I
It
got it in
was.
my I
I
even got it in my rotation. So yeah, Crit.
I think part of it also is just this era of new music. So much new music comes out, and you don't have to do CDs. Like, bro, what ends up happening with me sometimes is I'll end up adding so many albums to my library that I'll download something and stuff just gets pushed to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like not
Yep.
even really on purpose. It's just, and you got to figure February, a lot of music done dropped since February, and he just kind of falls further and further down, and eventually it's not on the playlist anymore. And I kind of like I forgot that album dropped, bro. And I'm a big Crit fan. You know that about me, T. So I
All
just
day.
saw him live when he went to Charlotte. He came to Charlotte on the tour, and me and the homies we went out there, and it was a dope show. But I so forgot, man. I feel bad about him a little bit. But
yeah, hyped it
Don't
up.
don't get to
I'm not a.
backpedaling it now. Don't change your list. Don't backpedal that
oh,
list,
I'm not because
Dion.
he's still not my top five. I mean, even though it's a good album, it still wouldn't. Even if I were to redo it based off what y'all said, he still wouldn't crack my top five. But what I will say is, I'll give my honorable mention. No, I'll give my honorable. Actually, no, I won't. I won't because it was a pretty good album, man. But if I'm just an objective fan, it ain't gonna make no honorable mention, bro. I would put
That's cool.
Simba as an honorable mention before I did the Crizzle.
Hey,
Yeah.
and I will slide Beyonce in that spot too, that fourth spot. So she'll be my fourth because that was better than I thought it was.
Yeah, so I kind of did my list a little. Y'all know me; I'm the music man. So I did a hip hop list and an R&B list because I didn't think it
Oh,
would be
what's
fair.
wrong with you?
I didn't think it'd be fair because it wouldn't be fair to one. I don't like the idea, and Diddy said this, and Diddy was right. Hip hop and R&B should not be lumped in the same kind of
Agreed.
category, genre kind of thing. So
Okay.
when I look at top five, I don't think it's fair to compare SZA to Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? Or compare Lucky Day to Drake. Like it's two completely different things. You know what I'm saying? So I got my five, you know what I'm talking about? Of course, KD3, man. K3's got to be, Nas, bro. I'm the Nas stan of the group. Saw him live in Charlotte. It's an amazing show, probably show of the year. I think only did two shows this year. The Crizzle and Nas, and definitely Nas just destroyed Crizzle. No disrespect. But yeah, KD3 got to be up there. Of course, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, like Rod said, that was actually my most listened album. The Apple does a little recap of the year. I don't know if y'all ever check y'all's out or not. But what was yours, Rod? Just curious. Did you look at yours?
Mr. Morale.
Of course. Did you look at yours, T?
I have not. I gotta do that.
Yeah, man. Well, anyway, yeah, mine was Mr. Morale, which I ain't gonna lie, I was surprised, bro. But you know what I think it is? When it dropped, of course, there was a lot of anticipation around it, and it was a heavy album. And I knew that was one of those things you just have to really listen to and live with because there's so many Easter eggs in it and gems and things like that. And it was a dope album because I ain't gonna listen to I'm not gonna listen for Easter eggs unless I can bow my head to it. So it was a dope ass album, man. It was the most listened album. Of course, Soul separately. I think top three. We gonna agree. I think we all know top three has got to be KD3, Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers, and Soul separately. Like if you into hip
That's
hop
fair. Yes.
and they're not in
Yes.
your top three, I got to look at you a little different. And if you're over 30, let me say that if you're over 30 and those ain't in your top three, I got to look at you a little bit different. You a casual. You're not a real hip hop fan. So this is where it gets a little, I guess, different. Of course, I gotta throw Future in there, bro.
I knew it.
Never liked you. Y'all knew that was coming. I know Rod knew that was coming.
Man, everybody knew.
Everybody knew, bro. That album was dope. That album was hard to me. I still go back and listen to it. I'm legit surprised that I didn't have the most spins.
What's the line? I don't drink liquor, I sip lean. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I love it. Love it. Stay toxic. Stay toxic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely love that album, bro. But another one for me, and this might just be me being a stan, or maybe I'm just a prisoner of the moment, but I'm gonna put Her Loss up there, bro. I loved Her Loss. You know what I'm saying? Drake and 21 Savage. That was a dope ass album to me, man. And I went on YouTube and social media and it got a lot of mixed reviews. Like there was some people that said they liked it, but nobody really said they loved it. But I loved it, bro, from start to finish, man. And one of the things I loved about it the most is I can't recall the last time I've heard Drake this disrespectful. And I like to hear. I like it. I'm here for it. I'm here for the toxic. I'm here for the toxicity. I'm here for the shit talking. I'm here for the dissing. I'm here for it all. You know what I mean? And I think 21 Savage brought that Savage out of him, bro. I felt like he got in the booth and he was gassed up. I feel like Savage put a battery in his back and let him say, man, talk your shit, boy. And that's what he did. And that was the least polite I've ever heard Drake, maybe since, if you're reading This Is Too Late. You know what I'm saying? That man, like, he was not a Canadian on that album. He was not friendly, bro. So those are my top 5 now as far as hip hop. Now I will say I'm a little bit torn on that whole album of the year, bro. I know y'all probably gonna say, of course, it's KD3. I can't give it to KD3, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. I think I touched on this on some other pod, but the one knock I'm gonna have against KD3, and I know at this point I'm splitting hairs, but when you talking about the best of the best, that's what you do. You split hairs. KD3 had some recycled songs on there, bro, and I'm surprised nobody called it out. One, he has a song called First Time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you talking about that. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I did my little research, and he had a song that came out called Moment, which was, I think, on his first album, KD1. You know what I'm saying? And basically, it's the same song. You know, the beat's a little bit different, but the tempo's the same. The vibe, everything is the same. It just sounded like a part 2. And then 30, he put an album song called 30 on KD3, but he did, my bad, I got my little notes here. First Time came out on KD2. That's my fault. My bad. Moment came out on I can't read my own shit, bro. Moment came out on KD2. First Time came out on KD3. So it's like a recycled song. And then he did a song called 30, which he talks about basically being hot for 30 summers. But he did a song called 27 Summers on King's Disease 1. And for that reason, bro, I can't, you can't be recycling music and have album of the year. Another thing that KD3 lacked that the other albums had is it didn't bring us anything new. It was just kind of like, it felt like a victory lap, which there's nothing wrong with that. But like, he didn't bring anything like, hey, this is new. For example, that song Rare off of KD2, I think it was a single, when he kind of switched up the flow. Nas don't rap fast, bro.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things I like about him, But, back in the days, this is back in the days, that little flow he did. Nas don't rap like that. And when he did it on KD2, I thought that was amazing. Like, he did something that you don't expect. And with KD3, didn't give me anything I didn't expect. So it's top 5 for sure, but I can't give it the album of the year, bro. So with that said, man, drum roll. Believe it or not, bro, I gotta give it. I might be a prisoner of the moment, but I gotta give it to Her Loss, man.
Her Loss,
crazy, bro.
Over Mr. Morale and the Big Step.
Bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my number one, and Mr. Morale.
And you think Freddie, bro? I think this might be Freddie's time, bro, because he got, he lost to Nas before. I think this might,
bro.
Oh, bro.
It's not Freddie's time, and it's definitely not.
And you talk,
but it ain't Her Loss.
You talk about creativity. Like, the most creative song probably of the year is "We Cry Together." Like, off that Alchemist.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And so for me, bro, to me, music has a number one responsibility. It's got to bop. It's got to bop. That's the number one. Everything else is secondary. The lyrics, the vibe, everything else is secondary when it comes to the music. And so, of course, all of these albums bop. All of them do. But that Her Loss, I find myself coming back to that more and more.
Because you're a prisoner in the moment, like you said.
No, because I'm a ride to it more often than anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Christmas season, right?
Not with those numbers.
Hold up. It's Christmas season, right? Christmas parties, office Christmas parties, all these different get-togethers. Bruh, I'm not listening to Mr. Morale and Big Steppers on the way to the office Christmas party. But I might listen to some Rich Flex. I might listen to some Broke Boys. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I mean. Like, I'm not, when my wife getting dressed and she getting the makeup on so we can go to these little events, bro, we're not listening to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And so that's what I mean. Like, Mr. Morale is dope. It is dope. But it's just, you can't just listen to it at any given moment. Where Her Loss, you can.
Hey, 21. Apple can you do
said,
something for me?
Nah, Apple said you were listening to it as you got dressed.
That's because it came out first. It
Yeah.
came out what, March, something like that. Whereas
Mhm.
this Drizzy just came out in what, October or something like that. Not enough time passed. But if you give the same amount of time, I don't know how it tracks. If I could find the listens and whatnot, I'm sure her loss will pass it. But not enough time passed. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that is just hey. But at her loss, hey, I work out to it, bro. I'm not really, except for N95. If you play N95 at the gym, yeah, you gonna burn some calories. You know, N95
Yeah,
goes.
all day.
But her loss has way more songs that's gonna make you go in the gym than Mr. Morale, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give it to the old Drizzy for that hip hop, bro. Um, but and like I said, I'm gonna have to give what you call it, Crizzle. He get that honorable mention. No, not Crizzle. Who was it? Simba. Simba get that honorable mention.
Mhm.
So for sure.
Simple was hard, bro.
Yeah, that Simba was
Yeah.
hard.
Hard.
But as
Yeah.
far as the other albums, I didn't have 5. I do have 3. Of course, you know, Queen Bee, Beyonce, Renaissance. That might be number 1. Nah,
Yeah.
it is number 1. You know, that's just a dope album. She did what Drake was trying to do.
She did.
You know what I'm saying? And
I
she destroyed it.
She did. And I'm not a Beyonce fan like that, but like obviously my wife is #1 fan, so I didn't heard the album a
Smart
million
woman.
times.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, this is not bad. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, you clean the house to it. You know what I'm saying? You cook to it.
I don't.
Dance.
She do.
Right. What you say, T?
Nah, dance. I just can't get over that text message from Rod when Drake
Yeah,
came out.
Oh yeah.
he
Dance.
he still could have kept that. That ain't. Yeah.
Yeah. But Beyonce, SZA, you know, even though she just dropped, I got to put out there. SOS is dope.
Mhm.
Super dope. She made us wait 4 or 5 years for it, and honestly, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait. Another one I'll say is Lucky Day. I'm a big fan of Lucky Day.
Lucky Day is dope.
Yeah. So he put out an album, Candy Drip. It's pretty good. It's good, solid. You know what I'm saying? It's got some baby making tracks on there. So you know, that was definitely dope, man. So that's like my top 3. I call it the other, because I don't even know if you call the Beyonce album an R&B album. You know, I guess you could, but house
Dance.
music, pop, you know, dance, yeah, something like that. So you know, definitely up there. But sure, like I said, she did what Drake tried to do, and that's, to my point, that's probably one of the most disappointing albums of the year. Honestly, that Drake. I tried to like that Drake album, bro. Like, you know, but it wasn't hitting, man. It was. You know who else I was looking forward to? I was really looking forward to this year, but I was like, what? That JID, The Forever Story, bro. It did not do it for me.
Yeah. I'm with you on both of those. You know how I felt about that Drake, but I forgot about that JID. I'm with you on both of those.
Yeah.
Keyword, you forgot, bro.
I concur, my good brother.
Yeah. For me, it hurt because like I rocks with JID, bro. Like, now mind you, the bars was there, the lyrics was there, but like I said, the number one responsibility, number one job of music is it's gotta bop. And that shit did not bop. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not spoken word. This is rap. This is hip hop. And that beat selection was awful. I think now I will say, I don't know if y'all saw JID, he did what you call it, Tiny Desk. Now that album is dope on a Tiny Desk. But I ain't riding to that shit. Do you ride the Tiny Desk? No, you watch Tiny Desk one time. Oh, that was nice, and you move on. That's it.
Yeah.
You know. But you know what else was a disappointment to me, man? Because I know, you know, all of our lists have veterans on. We don't have no new ninjas on here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody we listed is vets.
Yeah.
So, you know, I like to listen to the kids, man. Lil Baby, I was disappointed in that album, bro. You know, he put out that debut. It's Me or My Turn. He put out My Turn right before COVID hit. Monster album, but he couldn't even tour it. Couldn't even really get his flowers like that. And took his time. He put out the documentary. I don't know if y'all ever watched that Lil Baby documentary. It was dope. Kind of make you just like, oh man, now I want to pull for this kid now. He put out It's Only Me, and that shit was mid.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all listened to it or not, but it's like I listened to it twice, and I was like,
okay.
yeah, like man, like it wasn't bad, but it was just bro, like
Hey,
you
well,
supposed to be one of them ones. You supposed to
you
be one of them
named them.
ones. What is
You,
this?
you named them as an honorable mention. I named them on my list. So Simba is the new kid.
Yeah, he's a new kid for sure. Yeah, yeah. I think he's got a bright future. He's got a bright.
So
He just needs to. He needs a. If he wants to, I don't know what he's trying to do with his career. If he's trying to take it to the next level, or if he just wants to be like kind of a quote unquote backpack rapper. But if he's trying to take it to the next level, I think he just needs that one hit. He just needs that one. He can be like a Kendrick. You know, he can be conscious and still be popular. He just needs that hit.
yeah. He need like Just Blaze, something like that.
Yeah, a good hook.
Say
Maybe
Just
Mustard.
Blaze.
Yeah, Blaze, Mustard.
Nah, he just need Hit Boy. He on the
Boy.
West Coast.
Yeah, if he need, yeah, oh yeah, if he get Hit Boy,
yeah.
Hit Boy will get him right. Hit Boy make him a star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hit Boy make him a star. I need to A&R that album. Yeah, I get him right. Get Metro Boomin in there, and that's another thing. Metro Boomin isn't a versatile ass producer, bro. Like I found myself looking at some playlist or something.
You say is or is it?
Is.
Oh,
he is a versatile producer. He's way more versatile than I probably gave him credit for a long time. I think I was on Apple Music and saw some like songs Metro Boomin produced or something like that, a playlist. And I was going through it and I was like, bro, this man's discography is crazy. Like songs that you would even, I mean, songs with Kanye and just pop stars, every Ariana Grande. Like this man's everywhere, bro. And he has a sound, he has a signature sound. But all of his beats don't sound the same, like a Lil Jon, for example. And when he was hot, you know, all this shit sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, you just want to fight. That's what it was.
Not only that, it sounded like he used the same keyboard for every single beat. Like every beat, it just sounded like the same thing, just a little bit a different note. You know, mind you, we was like you said, T, we was fighting to it at the time, but in hindsight, it wasn't really like. Bro, it wasn't all that special. It was crunk. It was cool.
For sure.
Metro Boomin, he one of them ones.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah.
Metro Boomin want some s'mores.
Some s'mores.
You say s'mores?
That's the Disney version.
Man. So, man, we almost at our time, man. The holidays are coming up, man. So happy holidays to every single person. Happy holidays to y'all, man. Christmas is coming. Santa's coming for the little ones. All that. Another thing that's gonna be taking place for the holidays is DC. It's been 2 months in the making, bro. I'm gonna give you your chance to run this back, bro, with your Cowboys, who also happen to lose to the Jaguars.
Bro, I don't want to talk about that, man. Oh my gosh, bro.
But Christmas Eve, bro. Cowboys Eagles.
Yeah, I'm getting my Wingstop back on that one, bro. Yeah,
So
we're not losing twice, dog. We're not losing, and we gonna come back pissed, bro. Like Dak, then, blew this game in OT.
Yep.
He's gonna come back with a vengeance, bro. He's coming back with a vengeance. He's not taking 2 L's in a row.
Dak is who we thought he was.
It's still lemon pepper on my motherfucking wings, man. Run that. Run it.
I mean, I'm gonna go for a nice little run back of the lemon pepper though, so it's all good, bro. But yeah, we running it back.
You know my cash out. Run that back.
I do know back. It. I'm gonna be looking to see that. I'm gonna look to see that 10-piece come back one more time. So I do know your cash out. I'm looking at the history right now.
I'm getting that back. I'm getting that back, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you said this last time though, so yeah, gonna run that back.
Yeah. In fact, I'm coming up there. I'm coming up there to get it, and I'm gonna eat it in your living room, bro. Feet up on the table.
Hey man, I want it, bro.
I'm taking a picture.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bro. Since you're gonna bring that bag to the crib, cool. Cool. I'm here for it. I am here for it.
Feet on the table, man. I'm gonna invite Rod too, man. I'll split it with you, bro. You get like 2 wings though, man. I'm gonna get a 10-piece. I can't give you 5, Rod.
No, that's
2 of them. Though.
That's cool. I just wanna taste them, and I ain't never had Wingstop, so
we in there.
What?
Nah.
Oh man. Well, yeah, I got you, bro. When T hooked me up with this 10-piece, man, I'm gonna holler at you, bro.
You come down to the 10 pieces. How we gonna do it like this? It might be before New Year's or after New Year's. We can re-up this, but nonetheless, Yeah, man. Go ahead and bring it up, bro. You can parlay with us for the weekend, man. We gotta go see the homie Donald. He did say pull up, by the way, DC. He want to meet you. So
It's
y'all
a
can
whiskey dude.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, all right.
So yeah, we could just eat these lemon. Hey, Rod, I will be gracious enough to go half on my 10 piece with you, bro. You can get the 5, bro. I'm saying it's all love, bro. We can reap in that. And shout out to Lions because they
My
won.
dog.
They won again too.
Yeah, man. Hey, 7-7.
Okay.
It's crazy because we could easily had 10 wins right now,
Eight,
but
8-6. I know.
it should be at minimum 10 and 4? 10-3? How
Mm.
many games have we played? 10-4,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
14. 14, yeah, 10-4. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, man. But hey, progress, man. Progress is a slow process, but sometimes you got to get there. So we getting it, bro.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. I appreciate this, man. It's good to be back, man. Miss y'all boys. Love the episode too, man. Y'all had fun.
For sure.
I had
Yeah,
fun
it was
without
dope.
my ass.
Yeah, man. We like Charlemagne and Envy, man. You know what I'm saying? Ye was out. You know what I'm saying? We had to hold it
Oh,
down.
why I gotta be ye?
Yeah.
Why I gotta be? I don't even know how that sounded like shade.
No, it actually it didn't mean to be, but I could see that.
Hindsight.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just playing my role.
All
Man.
day, man. But I'm gonna do it right this time because a lot of people did have something to say about that ending, man. But I'm gonna do it right this time, man. It's all good, bro. You know what it is, though. Kill the music.